Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your boy Eric B. E-Buck is in the building. And once again, we are here live doing Get Off My Lawn Live. I am your host, Eric Buckner. And today, we ready to talk some sports. And as you see, I got a special guest. Hold on. I got so excited. I need to get me some water right quick. Woo! All right.
Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's talk sports with person I've got to know over the last couple of months. Cool dude. Get you fired up. He had you ready to go. He know what he's talking about. He has coached both men's sports and women's sports. He is a football coach, but he is also very learned in other sports. So we will talk it all today with my guy. And he also is the co-host of Pure and Uncut, Lions Football and More. Without further ado, y'all, I give you Coach V. What's up, Coach V?
What's up? What's up?
Now,
what's up, peoples?
Who may
know
him
on this lovely day, lovely night.
Right. Y'all will know him as Coach Vincent Bay. However, I know him as Coach V because, it just rolled off the tongue for one. And two, that's my guy. So, when it's time to talk sports, particularly when we're talking about my maize and blue, I got to check in with Coach V. Like, what we going to do today? What we going to do today? We go from there. Now, we ain't been liking a lot of what they've been doing. We'll get into that. Woo. Now, of course, before we get really jumping into the sports, y'all, I'm going to go on with the hot topics right quick. We're going to get them out the way so we can have a real discussion. And a lot went on today, fortunately. I mean, we all know about the COVID, and the numbers are going down a little bit, which is good. That's a good sign. But, of course, we all know we're waiting for the calm before the storm. Because all these people that went out for the holiday, they're going to start to get tested these next couple of days. And I imagine the numbers are going to spike back up because of that. So there's that. And then, of course, the big news today as far as COVID concerned, we have learned that today in England, they have approved the vaccine. The Pfizer vaccine has been approved in England, and they're going to start issuing out the vaccine next week in England.
Wow.
Any thoughts on that, Coach?
Why we so late on everything? And we have all these big wig doctors and CDCs and stuff. Why we the last person?
You gotta remember, United States is a litigious society, so they want to make sure that this vaccine is safe and effective so that we don't sit here, give people the vaccine, and the next thing you know, people lined up at Pfizer's door like, I'm suing you, I'm suing you, I'm suing you. In England, they don't care nothing about that. They're ready to get the pandemic over with. So basically, they looked at their paperwork was like, rubber stamp, let's go.
But I mean, I'm pretty sure, man. England is not gonna put no bull crap out there, man. I know that.
No.
Because they need the people. They need the people. So
Coach, this a quickie vaccine and it ain't been fully tested. And right now, truthfully, we trying to be safe, but we all about to be a part of the biggest experiment in the history of the world. It's as simple as that.
Guinea pigs.
Yeah, we all about to be guinea pigs. But the thing is, they going first, and I'm cool with it. Y'all go first.
I just seen a thing where it said the first people that's really gonna get it is hospitals, nurses, people that work in nursing homes. Them the frontline people, all the frontline people, the ones that's gonna get it first.
That is correct. And we're doing it that same way. So they'll be the first one.
And it's gonna be mandatory for them to take it. You know what I'm saying? Because my baby, she works. She on the front line. You know what I mean? And she might have to take that thing. Because either you take it or you don't. And you between a plate and a hard rock. You know what I'm saying?
You kind of, some people, they ain't gonna have that choice. Yeah, we got some comments already, Coach. Let's see what we working with here. H2 is in the house. Elena Hologram. Say what's up,
Coach? What's up, Elena? What's up, sweetie?
H2 is in the building. That's right. Boo blue. Hold on now, H2. You can't be booing blue. We don't play that.
Right. No, look. Ain't nobody talking about
Lions all you want. We talking about Wolverines, man.
Right. You better not. Anybody talking about the most sorry buck Kyle, whatever they is.
Yeah, you know she was going there. Cowboys for life. Yeah. Now you know how she feel about them Cowboys now. You know how Coach feel about them cowgirls, as he called them. So yeah, y'all gonna be getting into it about that. Okay, hey, what's going on, Nichelle? Nichelle's been a big fan of mine since the beginning, and you know, been very supportive. I appreciate you very much. What's going on? So yeah, we got a few people checking in. Okay, let's get to the rest of these topics so we can get to the sports. Okay, now the other things that are today. Yeah, what's up?
Can I say this right quick? Yeah, I want to say to my partner, Coach Will, get well, brother. You know, I'm sending prayers out to the universe to you, man, so you get well, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just want you to get well, brother.
Absolutely,
real, man.
Talking about his fellow co-host, Coach Muhammad, on the show Pure and Uncut. That's my dude too. You know, he been feeling a little bit under the weather lately. You know, we all been kind of feeling it here and there, but you know, he got some things going on, and we just praying that brother get better and restore to his full health so he can be out, back and about, doing his thing. Hopefully he'll check in a little bit in the comments at least and check us out. You know, he said
he will. All right. He will.
Yeah, H2 say good evening, Coach V.
Good evening, sweetie. Good evening.
You got it. Okay, another thing, of course, is the person that's known to me as the leader or the clown or whatever you choose to call him. You know, I don't give that man no respect, so I don't say his name. But anyway, that person in the White House, he's still spouting off the 45. Yeah, he's still spouting off the foolishness about rigged elections and whatnot. And now apparently he's also plotting to make presidential pardons of crimes for his family members and perhaps himself before he leaves the White House.
If he gonna do all that, man, it's one person that needs to be out, man. That's Kwame Kupchak.
Yeah, what happened to that? Remember that, y'all?
Yeah. Listen, that man, he don't deserve the whatever he did. That time don't deserve what he did, man.
Bottom line was he was not alone in those actions, and we all know that. He took all the weight for everybody. Meanwhile, the crooked politicians and the gangsters and whatnot, they out here running free because he doing their time. That ain't right. Okay.
I want you to watch this. Hey, you ever get time, man? Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Hey, if you ever get time, man, watch this thing called White Boy.
White Boy, okay. What's it about, Coach? Give us a quick little breakdown.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna even tell.
Okay, it's on YouTube?
Just watch it, man.
All right, we'll check it out.
Watch it and pay attention to it.
Okay.
And you can see all the slime stuff that went around against that young man.
Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay, we got other people in the house. What we got? Oh, we got Big Meech in the house. What's going on, Big Meech? Bitch, Meech is in the building. Big Meech does the show, Dish and Tea with Big Meech, Aunt Nikki, and the Big Red Ally. That show comes on the weekend. You want to check them out sometimes. They talk about all type of stuff. I think you'll like their show. That's part of my Nighthawk Network. You know, you get on my long information page, you'll find all those shows and times and listings as we become the norm, you know, so definitely check it out.
All right, we'll do. I just saluted it.
Saying what's up to Meech, that's what's up. Okay, another thing that went on today is, of course, I told you guys yesterday about the latest proposal for the coronavirus relief. And of course, Mitch McConnell, the leader of the Senate, quickly shot that down. Like, no, we're not doing that. And he came with his own proposal. Now, let me break this down right quick. And the Mitch McConnell new proposal, he only wants to give, instead of $908 billion that the Democrats and Republican senators combined to come up with yesterday, he wants to do $332 billion, giving $105 to the schools, $16 for tracing and tracking of the virus and testing, $31 for bill relief for people who have loan issues with their house, $10 billion for loan forgiveness, $5 for child care, and he only wants to extend the PUA unemployment for 1 month with no additional money. So none of that booster 600, none of the booster 300 like they have in the bill yesterday. He wants to give you no extra, and he only wants to give you 1 extra month, and that's it.
Wow. You know, Biden just put something out there about that. I read today. Biden just signed a bill to extend more money for unemployment.
Well, see, bottom line is Biden got his own plan together for when he gets in, but we still got a whole month and a half before that happens. And meanwhile, remember, all the things that's set up now is scheduled to run out the day after Christmas. So all the protections of people with the mortgages and whatnot, all the student loan forgiveness, all the things involving the unemployment and the PUA for people that are gig workers and self-employed, things of that nature. December 26th, all that runs out unless Congress acts.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, that's the problem. But nonetheless, that's what's going on in the world. But we about to put all that aside. We about to talk some sports. That's what we came here for, right? Let's do the damn thing.
Ain't gonna die.
So, okay, first of all, as y'all know, Coach B is coach, and he is primarily football coach, but he's coached other things. You coached other things, right, Coach B?
Well, I had my own softball team.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. So, I mean, but nonetheless, you're a sports fan.
I had my own softball team, men and co-ed team when I was living in Georgia. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so yeah. So of course you know other sports. So you versed enough to talk about other sports. So we're gonna get into that first. Then we're gonna get to your bread and butter, of course. We gotta go football, but first let's talk about basketball a little bit, okay? Hold on, let me set something up here. I have my issues because I'll be trying to catch everybody's comments. Now, if you're on the yard, on your information page, then I know who you are. And when you pop up, I see who you are. But otherwise, I got to go to my personal page to see who is who. So let me do that here. Meanwhile, Coach, why don't you give them a quick overview of your experience in coaching?
Well, when I've been.
Yeah, go ahead, Coach.
Oh, okay. I'm Coach Vincent. Okay, I'm Coach Vincent. I've been in football basically all my life. Started with Little League. My Uncle Tony made Paradise. He taught me the game of football, playing with St. Cecilia. Playing with St. Cecilia. Went to Northwestern High School, graduated there from 82, played ball there. Defensive back. Had a full scholarship to play at the Big House. Go Blue.
Yeah. Go Blue.
I was there from 83 to 84. I left, young, attitude, and then from there got caught up in some things. 2004 when I resurfaced. 2005 I tried out for the Detroit Lions. I was in their camp for 3 weeks, and I knew I wasn't gonna make. I knew I wasn't gonna make the team, but I learned a lot. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about coaching, and I knew coaching was gonna be in my future. So from there, I went on to play with the Detroit Seminoles. I wasn't a starter because it was my first year. You know what I'm saying? You had to earn your stripes. And it was a traveling football team.
Seminoles was a semi-pro team, right?
It was a minor league team. Yes, it was. Yeah. And 2007, I made my departure and moved down south to Georgia. And that's when my coaching skills elevated. Man, I mean, it elevated. I got around some people, Coach Leonard, Coach James, who I got much of them right now, Coach Donnie. I can go down the list, man. And I started my organization down there called the Georgia Phoenix, where I train football players. And I helped a lot of players reach state level, man. Help guys get back into school, get their GED, you know what I'm saying? Because I told them my story. It wasn't just a physical thing. It was more so mentally, you know what I'm saying? Because football is 90% mental and 10% everything else. I also had an opportunity to coach against the United States Army up at Fort Benning in Columbus, Georgia. And we beat them 42-38. And the commander general gave me a solid gold coin, which on the coin it has trust, honor, loyalty, you know, all that's on that coin. It's a solid gold coin in which I gave it to my son.
Okay.
Right, exactly. And I gave it to my son. I coached high school ball there at Avondale High School in Georgia. That's in DeKalb County.
All right.
And I literally had the key to the school. I literally had, and what was so crazy about that was, the head coach didn't have a staff, so he asked me. He said, "You know anybody, you know, that want to coach football and know football?" I said, "Yeah, I have a coaching staff. Only way you're gonna get me, you're gonna get them." He said, "Fine." So I brought my coaching staff with me, and we didn't have a successful season, but we did get 4 young men. They got 4 scholarships to play D1 college.
Okay, and what people got to understand, sometimes that's more important, Coach, because these kids,
it is. I've also coached overseas. I coached in Portugal, Hungary, Frankfurt, Germany, and the Ukraine. So I coached professional football over there. I've coached women's flag football, and I'm still part of the women's flag football team, which is the Atlantic Storm. Coach Donnie, shout out to y'all. They just won. They just won their first championship.
All right,
and it was well deserved. It was well deserving for Coach Donnie. I coached the Atlanta Explosions, was no longer, it's a women's tackle football team, which there, and it was owned by Mashonda Gilmore. Light and Tight, which is another women's flag football team that I was somewhat affiliated with because I trained some of the women that was there. But football, I'm gonna tell you, football is my life, man. That's my sanctuary. I miss being on that field. I miss the camaraderie. I miss yelling. I miss cussing. I miss teaching. I miss it all, man. I miss it all, man. You know, when I came back here to Detroit, that's where I met Coach Will at and had the opportunity to coach with Coach Will, even though it didn't last. You know, the team was, well, ownership anyway. You know, it was ownership. Yeah. So, but other than that, man, you know, I train football players, you know, get them ready for whatever combine they want to go to. I've coached arena football in Arizona. With the Anthem Outlaws. I've been around, man, in South from Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, parts of Carolinas, man, Texas, man.
Right.
They know.
So yeah, as y'all can see, Coach V is very well versed. He's been around the world. He done taught it all from college, high school, pro, the whole deal. Plus, he done played the game. So he definitely gonna have some good views when we get to the football talk. But first of all, I want to talk a little college basketball right now, Coach, if you don't mind. Here's the thing. Now, you know, college basketball pretty much got started last week, and already we had at least 55 schools have to cancel games or move games around because of COVID-19.
I thought they was playing in the somewhat like bubble.
Well, see, that's the thing. They're supposed to be having all these protocols and whatnot, but already teams are not following the protocols correctly. Now, I'm really bothered because keep in mind, Coach, one of my favorite teams, amazingly enough, is not a men's team, but a women's team. Let me break it down to you. When I was in college at Eastern Michigan University, I was on the school paper. And of course, I was a sports cover. You know, I covered sports. And my beat was the sports, which were basketball and softball. Now, softball, I was all right with it, but basketball, that was the one I really got into. So I covered women's basketball for 3 years for Eastern. So, you know, during that time, Eastern had a pretty decent team. You know, so they had a year where the men did real well, went to the Sweet 16. The women, not so much. But they because the men and the women at that time, they pretty much played the same team. It's not like now where if you at Michigan, on the one hand, your men's team will play Indiana, but your women's team will play Toledo. Back then, you played that team. So, outside of exhibition season, if your men played Toledo, the women played Toledo, and so on and so forth. So because of that, you get to see some pretty good women play. Some women that end up going to the WNBA, some women that end up going to the Olympics. So
women's basketball, it's like up and down, especially with it, like in the WNBA. They're not getting the financial as the men do, but some of the women played a lot better than these guys.
Well, keep in mind, I also played at the rec. I had a nice little jumper and whatnot back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So oftentimes we would go on the rec, and because I had got cool with the girls from being a beat writer and whatnot, it'd be time to play. But like, yeah, they rolling with me. Oh man, them girls came. Oh, y'all want to put some money on it? Want to put some money on it? Shout out to Eugene, my girl Jean. That was my bestie at the time. We was wearing folks out. We was getting that dough, coach. They thought they was girls. They can't do nothing. We was lighting them up, bruh. Bye. Give my money,
fool. My favorite women's basketball player, and I love her to this day, and that's Dawn Staley. Man, I love me some Dawn Staley, man. That girl has some she is the shake motherfuckers.
And Dawn is tough.
Man.
She a tough coach. She ain't about no games.
Yeah. She man.
She's a warrior. I love seeing her play.
Yeah. Women's basketball.
But my team coach, UConn Lady Huskies. Coach Oriama,
I like
that dude.
I like
that
UConn.
Dude, in their purest form, the women Lady Huskies, when they running the way he want them to run, they unbeatable, bruh.
Yeah.
They blow women ass. But see, the thing is,
but they well coached.
Exactly. Extremely well coached. And they well conditioned as well. They're well conditioned as well. Because remember, it's been a few years now where coach didn't have the players he was getting 5-10 years ago. So he had to run with what he had. So basically, every 12 people on the team, but he pretty much will play with like 5 or 6 of them. And they'll play that whole game and still only manage to have like 1 or 2 fouls. That's a lot of discipline and coaching. That's a lot of good cardiovascular, to play the whole game and not be tired and still be effective. Okay, we got some comments. Let's see what we got here. The combine. Yes, God. Talking about football, going to the football combine. Right. They don't get the pay as men either. Yeah, H2, that's absolutely right. The highest paid people in WNBA make like $300,000. The average player in the NBA, basic person A, that come on the bench, they make anywhere from like $500,000 to $1 million just to ride the oak to be the truck man.
Right. But see, again, it's the exposure. You know what I'm saying? Women don't get the exposures, the TV, the commercials, and things of that nature. I mean, they'll get it, small portion.
They're trying to get a little more, true, but not nearly to the
but the shoe deals. I don't even know a woman that has a shoe deal.
Oh, yes, a few of them got shoe deal.
Yeah,
Candace Parker is one. I love Candace Parker.
I'm saying I've never heard of. I've never heard of.
Well, see, Candace Parker, she done been to the Olympics. She plays for the Los Angeles Sparks, but also she is one of the commentaries on TNT. When they do the players only, she is one of their commentators in that.
Okay.
Well, yeah, she's one of the best players in the WNBA. But see, that goes to your point. And you watch sports on a regular basis. The reason I know is because I'm an avid women's basketball fan. So I know about people like that. But basic sports person A, they don't know who a lot of these people are. H2O, hold on. Say, yeah, I know Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, and Cheryl Miller. That was her people. Okay. Yeah, Cheryl Swoops wasn't no joke either back in the day. I like Brenda Freeze from University of Maryland. Brenda Freeze is the ladies basketball coach there. She's an excellent coach as well. And the sponsorship, they don't have the sponsorship either. You're right, H2. My dude, Hugh, he in the house. Yeah, he was on last time I talked sports. He is my the blog person. His blog is send me the blog again. Hugh, you know, I'm getting old and I forget sometimes. So type it on the screen for me. But it's sad. Yeah. Club 50 is hitting me hard right now. It's sad too that they have to go overseas to get paid and appreciated. The women need to get a huge, because women make more money overseas than they do playing here.
They do over here. Yeah, they do. They do.
Right about that.
They do.
So yeah, there's that. But like I said, my concern is that because of COVID, everything is thrown off. Do you know my UConn Huskies? They ain't played not one game yet.
Oh, they haven't.
Early games, the non-conference games, they be on TV. They be on ESPN. They be on CBS. Right. But they didn't have to count the first 4 games because
they don't. I mean, from what I know, they really don't be on TV until like maybe when it's close to the what you call it, the brackets, and when it comes to
that's the thing.
Midnight Madness and all that stuff.
UConn is that rare team that actually does make it on TV, Coach, because you know they like for men's basketball. You know how Duke is always on TV for men's basketball. That's how UConn is for women's basketball. UConn, Baylor, Notre Dame. You know, it's a few of them, but it's only a few of them. You know, all these other men's teams, pretty much any team you could think of, gonna be on TV at some point once a month. It's not the case with the women, though.
Right. And you know, that's where that favoritism thing come in, man. You know, women, they done pay their dues, man. Let them play, man. Give them the exposure they deserve, man. Absolutely. You know, because they do go out there. They do go out there and entertain. And I want to jump to something. I want to say this. Just like with women's football, man. You know, you got some women out there that's balling.
Oh yeah,
that's balling, man. Right. That you think they should have a league for women, you know, to get paid, man. Some of the women got to go overseas because they do have women professional teams overseas.
Absolutely, and they make, like I said, 3 or 4 times more than what they make here. But the thing is, more women need to support women's teams, okay? Because in the end, when you go to a WNBA game, I don't know if you've been one or not, but I have been to a couple when Detroit had the shot. You know, most of the people there are women and young girls. So yeah, they support it to a degree. But yeah, I would like to see more women walking around with the jerseys and, you know, basically putting stuff on their Instagram, things of that nature, just like men do for the guys. That'll help bring more eyes to the game. Because it's definitely more girls playing basketball now. So it should be more, you know, supporting the product.
Exactly. I agree, man. But, you know, they get the support, but it's not like how the men get it. You know, men get it 100%. You know, you got the women wearing the men's jerseys too. You know what I'm saying?
People tell you they're not dunking and high flying and all that, but a good women's basketball game, I put it up with any men basketball game with the strategy and the defense and the quality shooting. Now, granted, the thing that's different between men and women's basketball, when a real good women's team play an okay women's team, that's a blowout of major proportions. Like I said, I just sat there on the sideline and watched Eastern get their doors blowed off.
I went to it's a friend of mine. He's a scout for Illinois State, and his name is Zeke. And he took me to they was playing. It was women's UAD. It was UAD Mercy. And I love UAD because I remember when Dick Vitale was coaching UAD with John Long, Terry Tyler, Terry Mills, you know, Errol the Pearl Keratin and all that, you know, when he was coaching them, you know. And I went to that game, man. I think they was playing Oakland, somebody. It was boring. It was boring. You know, and I was like, wow. Yeah, I mean, you get some games like you get games like that, man. You know, it was like it was
because a bad woman's game, it's a bad game. When you see them, only half the team can shoot or play defense, or they're out of shape, it gets ugly real quick.
Yeah, so, and that's what I saw. That's what I saw. And Zeke told me, he said, man, why you wear that Michigan stuff up here, man? You at UAD. I said, because I rep my school, bro. You know what I'm saying? I rep my school, but I don't care where I'm at. I rep my school, man.
Stuff on campus at Eastern, but I sure the hell did. Okay, let me get to some of these comments, Coach. Okay. Again, Pure to the Game. That's the name of the blog. Hugh Lee's blog. I'm gonna send you that information, Coach. You want to check it out. So, like, when you will be at work and you need to know what's going on, he'll be on it. He know it before anybody.
What's up, you? What's up, bro?
Shout out to you, my man. Swing Cash used to play for the Shot and was cold. Swing Cash, that's another person that's an announcer now, and she announced for men and women's basketball.
Oh yeah, that's when Bill Laimbeer had the team, and they won. Did they win like 3 or 4 championships?
That's right. That's absolutely. Matter of fact, Swing Cash actually is on the front office for one of the NBA teams. Now I forget which one. Anybody got that information? Please type in the comments for me, please. Hugh said his girl is Liz Cambridge. Liz Cambridge is like 6'7", 6'8", beautiful woman. Yeah, you definitely want to check out. She's a good skilled player too, but she fine, bro. She's fine. In most sports overseas, they make money in softball, soccer, volleyball, etc. Yeah, they have a different view of sports, depending on what sports they. I mean, because soccer players make more money than damn near anybody.
Oh, Ronaldo, definitely.
I mean, Ronaldo, he make big bucks. That's why he got over 150 million people on his Instagram. Yeah. Women's sports in America is vastly underappreciated. They are lacking in exposure, playing for far superior, fundamentally sound, although they play far superior and fundamentally sound games. Billionaire hobby seekers need to support and pay the female athlete. Absolutely. These people that ain't got nothing better to pay money, buy you one of them women's teams. Keep in mind, if let's just say, for example, Detroit, we got our billionaire people. Let's say the Illegals go ahead and bring something like the Shot back here to Detroit because they own the Shot. That's gonna bring people in the building. You put them back in the new arena over there and support the team. Have a little shop that's dedicated to them on the side and all that. That's gonna bring some eyes and money to the thing.
But the thing is this here. If you look at when you go to a men's basketball game, whether it be college or pro, if the seating is 50,000, 50,000 is sold.
Right.
You go to a women's game, if the seating is 30,000, you may get 10, 15,000 up in there. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, depending on where you at. Like, for example, in a UConn game, that boy be slapping men or women's. Crowd is cool. Like I said, I used to go to games at Eastern when I wasn't doing my thing with the reporting. Sometimes I look around, it be me and about 9 people there watching the game. And that's it. We can hear each other talking. There's so few people in the boy. It's not like that when the men's game. Even a bad men's game, you get a decent turnout.
Right.
That's the truth of the matter.
Right. Exactly.
We got more comments. I'll wear a jersey, H2 say. Yeah, you wear one of them jerseys. I know Baltimore don't have no WNBA team, but you can wear a Maryland jersey.
No, they don't.
That'll work.
Yeah, Maryland. They got a nice squad. They got a nice women's squad.
Men and women, yeah. The only person. Okay, Hugh said the only reason the ladies football league got some exposure is because a lot of purrs was happy to see them in booty shorts and sports bras. Now we talked about that.
Hold on, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
Let me. I went to I seen a lingerie game.
We talking about the league now. Okay, we might as well gonna switch it to football. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna tell you, all you being now, don't get me wrong, you got something that can smash, that can hit. But it was basically they got these they basically just wearing panties, man. And these little small bras and stuff, man.
You can't take the game serious if that's what they got on. You ain't paying no attention to what they doing game wise.
Exactly.
Exactly.
If that's the case, if you want to put a woman on the field like that, put them in a full uniform. Set up a whole women's league, man. Because there's women out there can ball. That can really ball, man.
And see, Coach knows that because he, like you said, he coached women's football.
Give us I know.
A quick story about that.
I know, man.
Tell us about them women's football.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna start with the Atlanta Explosions, man. When I first met Mashonda Gilmore, shout out to you, Mashonda Gilmore. And she's well known across the United States, man, because she in October she do a cancer flag football thing tournament.
Okay.
All over, yeah, man. Check it. I'm gonna send you the information on that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, she well known, man, on that tip, man. But when I first got introduced with the Atlanta Explosions, man, and I saw these women, I was like, wow. And it was this one particular sister, her name was Scott.
Okay.
Played defensive back. Oh, you would thought you was looking at Deion Sanders, man.
Wow.
Dude, I swear on everything I love, man. This girl, when she would be locked down her hips, she'd be turning them hips with her speed, all that, man. You know what I'm saying?
She could fly?
Damn, I can't hear you.
I said she could fly?
Yes. Hands, tackling, all that, man. She was man, she the truth, man. She was the truth. And then, you know, they had an offer.
It took seriously, you know?
I can't hear you.
I said it's hard to take the women's sports seriously when people don't deal with it serious, you know?
Right. Hey, let me call back in because I cannot hear.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, let me call back in because I can't hear.
Okay, we got you. All right, Coach, about to drop off for a second, y'all. I'll hold it down until we get back in. We're having a little technical difficulties on his end. But yeah, as far as the women's sports go, the issue is that right now, there are not enough platforms for those things to be seen, for one. Like I say, yeah, we got ESPN 1 and 2 and ESPN Plus, and all that's fine and good, but how many people actually have that? You don't see a lot of those games on mainstream TV. When they show, you know, every now and then you'll see a UConn game or Notre Dame game on CBS Sports, or you might be able to catch it on ABC once in a while. You know, they show WNBA games on ABC, but the mainstream networks, they don't show a lot of women's sports. The only time you see women's sports on mainstream TV for the most part is when the Olympics come on. And of course, you don't even see all the women's sports then. You just get the glamour ones, the ice skating, the swimming, the gymnastics, the track, that type of stuff. So you don't see a lot of the softball games, the WNBA players playing on the women's basketball team in the Olympics, and none of that. You don't get a lot of that coverage. So the exposure is part of the issue too. I'm gonna address some of the comments while we wait for Coach to get back up in here. All right. Amy is in the house. What up, friend Amy? What's going on? Yeah, I see a lot of y'all done checked in. You know, y'all done stopped in to see what was going on. Let me acknowledge you guys. If y'all still in the room, hey, what's going on? I see Tracy's in the house. What's going on, Tracy? I see Amy Samples in the house. Hey, Amy Sample, thanks for joining the show. Appreciate it. Okay. He was saying these women can play and they are super physical. I would like for it to be a little more organized and take it more seriously. I really enjoy watching them play. Hey, Tracy, everybody saying hi to everybody. I appreciate it. Yep, H2 right. Not enough support. Okay, I see Coach is back up in here. Let me get him back on with us. Hold on.
There we go.
Hey, Coach, how we doing?
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all good.
Yeah.
That'll work. Yeah. That'll work. Yeah, so like I said, you know, like we both saying, the women's games, they need more exposure overall. It's a good product if you allow yourself to be seen and see it, you know?
Right, exactly, man, exactly.
Right.
You know, they need it, man. They need it, man, because, you know, if they can get out there and play ball like the men do, you know, shit, why they can't live up in a mansion and all that too, like they is, man.
Absolutely.
You know,
they settled into what, a $500 apartment or maybe $1,200, something like that, man. Come on, man.
They damn near make a minimum wage. Some of these leagues.
Exactly, man.
And then meanwhile, you you got certain people that have advocated for women's sports. People like Serena and Venus Williams, who basically say, "Look, we play just like men do. Hell, we could beat half of the men, but yet we get paid a third of what they get, and we bring your ass to the TV." Bottom line, we know that more people will tune in when Serena plays Venus than any of these men's matches in tennis. So yeah, they should get paid just like the men do. And as a result of them coming out there, they didn't make a lot.
But you gotta look at it like this here, is that's singles. You know what I'm saying? They playing to get against each other, and they have the crowd. Whenever they go on a stadium like Wimbledon and the French Open and things of that nature, you know, that's already paid right there. That's millions right there. You know what I'm saying? And
another thing, Coach, is you got to consider that sports like tennis and golf, those are the elitist sports, as some people call it. The rich people like to watch tennis and golf, so the rich people show up to the sport. They support them.
Yeah.
They pay their money. They'll pay $10,000 for the US Open.
But no disrespect. I'm not putting the racial thing in it, but back then it was a white person's game. It was a white person game.
I mean, either or.
Yes.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It was. It really was.
Most of the sports were white people sports for a long time, unfortunately. They had black
but they wasn't getting the money. Just like with golf. Women's golf makes a way more money than women's college basketball do.
Yes, it does. Yes,
you know what I'm saying? And it gets sponsored. Exactly. You know, so you got to give a fair shake to the women's basketball, man, because they do their thing, man. They go out there and they entertain.
And Hugh brings up a good point here. Big ups to Kyrie Irving for investing $1.5 million in the WNBA to cover player salaries.
Who did that?
Kyrie Irving. During the pandemic, he put in money to help cover the salaries of some of the WNBA players.
I like Kyrie Irving.
And Kyrie Irving. We'd be remiss not to mention Kobe Bryant, because he was a big advocate for the WNBA. And he had all this playing. And the fact that his daughter wanted to play, imagine if she would have played in the WNBA, that definitely would have brought eyes to the game.
But from what I was hearing, when she was playing ball, her sights was on. They already got a chair for her, a jersey and everything with her name on that chair in her jersey.
Oh yeah.
When they play, that seat is for her. Nobody else can't sit in there. Because she already had her sights that I'm when I get to college, I'm going to University of Connecticut.
I'm going to UConn. Exactly.
And big ups to Kobe and his daughter, rest in heaven.
No doubt.
For real, man.
Okay. Yeah, we got more comments. Women's sports payment remind me of how long it takes African American men to get paid for what they're worth. Yeah, it is similar to that. Because even when they first started, basically saying like when black people first got it included in the major sports like football, basketball, they weren't getting paid what their white male counterparts was getting paid. She said the WNBA is kind of like that. Okay, he was saying Urban did that to help pay the WNBA salaries for the women who set out to fight for social injustice and who opted out for COVID-19 reasons. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. H2 say, we had Arthur Ashe and Althea Gibson. They were the first black faces in tennis. Yep.
And them the ones who set the tone. They set the tone.
Right. Them with
the Jackie because they had to go. I mean, the being in a stadium in the French Open and in the US Open during that time, man, they had to block all that stuff out. They had to block it out, man, because they was getting ridiculed like crazy.
Right, people calling the N-word and coon and monkey,
yeah,
throwing stuff at them while they played. all type of stuff that they white counterparts didn't have to deal with at all. They'd have to stay in
at
the back
all, man. At all.
where they white counterparts were staying in fancy hotels and stuff. Couldn't even eat in the same places.
It's exactly, man. So we took a full circle of what's going on, but again, you know, women's sports is taking the backlash to everything.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, just like with women's softball. Oh my God, I love women's softball, man. How they be zipping that thing like that, man. I mean, I might throw my arm out of socket or something.
How hard it is to do that?
Man, it's hard.
Sidearm. So throwing sidearm in itself is kind of difficult. But even with me being able to do that, I still to this day can't do that. It just seemed real crazy and throw that.
My oldest daughter, Zakaya, she's 15, and I went to her first softball game. And
okay,
man, she got on that mound. I was like, "How the hell you doing that?" And she a little old thing. You hear me? She a little old thing, man. She was zipping it. I was like, and she was like, "Daddy, I love playing softball. I say, you an athlete, just you got my genes, baby. You got my genes, you an athlete." You know, she can't play it right now. She can't play it, you know, right now because of all this stuff that's going on, man. And she kind of, when I talk to her, she be like, "Daddy, I'm bored. I want to play some stuff." You know what I'm saying? But again, not to get off the subject on that, but
actually, we're gonna on that, Coach, because that's gonna be a major part of the next part of our conversation. But before we do that, Coach, I'm gonna play my little commercial real quick. I'm still in the process of editing and getting it a little better, y'all. So a couple weeks is gonna look like something, but for now, this is what I got. So don't be clowning my little commercial. I'm doing what I can.
I'm a clown.
We'll be back. We will be back in a minute. This is Get Off My Lawn Live. There we go. All right, we back.
I'm back here.
We talking sports. We got Coach V with us, Coach Vincent Bay.
What's up?
We're talking about. We've been talking women's sports, men's sports, but now we got to get into the thing that Coach knows best: football.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Of course, football. Let's talk about a few things that's going on in the league right now. Now, of course, me and Coach V, we both big fans of UNM, Michigan
That's
football.
Right. Go blue.
But the thing is, Coach, they may not be going. They got COVID issues, Coach. They might not be playing Saturday. Then had a couple. We scheduled to play Maryland this week, but it's looking 50-50 right now.
Oh yeah. Wow.
And that's part of the problem. Remember, the Big Ten, they was late to the party as it was. They only decided basically the first week or two.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, real talk. They did what made them force their hand was the SEC and the ACC made the Big Ten force their hand. They should have stuck to their gun.
Absolutely.
Should have stuck to their gun and didn't have it. You know, because And that's why the only reason the Pac-10 jumped in. They just starting up because Big Ten said, skip it. We're going to go on and play, man. But I mean, the SEC and the SEC, huh?
Let's be honest, Coach. The real reason why all this is even an issue now, you see me, Coach?
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. What I thought. Them Beyonces. Them Beyonces.
That mean green. It's the money, man.
Don't throw the mic out there. No, you didn't throw the mic out there.
I have the mic for emphasis sometimes, Coach. Just so y'all know what I'm about to say, something important. I break out the mic on them. So yeah, that mean green, that's what's leading to all this. Because think about it. Most of these major colleges right now, they ain't open. Ain't no kids on these campuses.
No.
They ain't having no classes.
No, they not. They doing everything virtual.
Every major college in the country is doing online learning to some degree or some effect. Meanwhile, they got these out here. They risking their life pretty much to play this game for no real money, because you know college football kids don't get paid.
Right.
They don't get paid, Coach.
I'm gonna tell you something, man.
I mean, Coach, you know what I'm saying? They don't get
Chris
paid.
Webber,
I know.
Chris Webber and Jalen Rose made. I watched that documentary of them, the Fab Five.
Coach, Dan watching the documentary. I went to school with them brothers. I told you I used to play with them. They used to be on my campus. I got a famous story. One night, I was at my girl's room at Eastern. I was leaving in the middle of the night. It's a knock on the door trying to get in the dorm, right? Big, tall dude. Right. My dude, Jay Rose. Jay Rose, what you doing here, man? He's like, you know how we do. Man, you go to UM. You know, I got honeys up here too, though. You know, I'm international like So, yeah, you know, me and Jay had a quick little laugh. I went in and let him in. Ran into him again the next morning, like, you do your thing. Like, you know I did. Like, well, I know I did. You better get on back to campus, bro. So, yeah, you know, I got to know them dudes a little bit, you know, because they right next to each other. So, trust me when I tell you, they didn't get paid, but some things went on, okay? That documentary ain't that far, of course.
But if people really paid attention to that, the Fab Five set the tone for college sports, period, all over the country. Not just in basketball, football, baseball, softball, women's basketball. I mean, really, because these alumni and these universities and all that, they making money off these young men and young women.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Off their jerseys, whatever they got, especially if they're a big name. And if I'm a kid and I'm laying like that, like how Jay all them is, man, and I can't get nothing to eat, you know, it's times like that.
Right.
You know, my cousin went to Eastern. He was one of the top guards in Eastern and top quarterback in Eastern. His name is Keith Walker.
I'm familiar with
Keith
that
Walker.
name.
You know what I'm saying? Graduated out of Mackenzie.
Okay.
Mackenzie Stags. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, he was like, I used to go up to Eastern and visit him, and he was like, man, it's tight right now. You know what I'm saying? It's tight.
Right, but in the same token, sometimes they looked out for them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I went to Eastern. One of my college roommates was Derek Dow. Derek Dow played on Eastern Michigan's basketball team. He ended up going to the league for a minute. You might know that name. He played for New Jersey.
I heard of him,
You know, and then I was cool with little Earl Boykins. You know, that was one of my dudes. So, you know, granted, they was getting used and abused to a degree, but also at times they got over on the system a little bit. But
let me ask you this, though. Let me ask you this.
All right.
Let me ask you this. Should college players get paid?
Absolutely. And I don't want to hear that bullshit about, well, they getting an education and that's their payment. Hell no.
No. I'm not finna go there. I'm not finna go there.
You know, some people will. There. Hold on, let me get some of these comments right quick.
I'm not even.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this though. You take away the love of the game when you start doing this.
Yeah, true.
Because look at the NFL. Look at the NFL. Let's take the NFL. Let's go back to the 60s, the 70s, and part of 80s. Excuse me. Wasn't getting all the millions like they get now. And look how they playing now compared to back then. It was playing for this here, the heart, man. It was playing for the love of the game.
Right. Remember
back then, these cats ain't doing that, man.
Right. Remember back then in the 50s and 60s, they was only making so much money. They actually had jobs outside of the season. You know, they would work at the grocery store or be an insurance person or whatnot, and then play baseball and then go back to their other job. It ain't like now you get paid to the athlete 24/7.
And the highest paid sports right now, the highest paid sport event is baseball.
Yes.
Is baseball.
Yes.
Them boys can make 400, 500 million.
Oh yeah. Even the minor league players can make a decent living. Better than what we out here struggling to do now. Your top players, they make $300,000, $400,000, $500,000.
And you know, and to jump back with the college thing, you know, you playing football, basketball, whatever, your jersey is gonna sell. If you land like that and the fans love you, they're gonna come see you, they're gonna come support you, but you're not gonna get the dividends of what they get, what that university is getting. Right. Not. And I understand, you know, it's a twofold thing. You know, they start getting paid, then it's gonna take away the game. If you look at college football, I'd rather look at college football than the NFL. I love NFL, don't get me wrong, because I'm a Detroit Lions fan. But I'd rather look at a college game because it's more excitement. They playing for their heart. They playing for something. Right. Whether if it's the Paul Bunyan or whatever, they playing for something, man. Rivalries, man.
For their family honor as well. You know what I'm saying? You don't struggle hard to get to school, to be the first person in your family to go to college. You want to make that. Okay, hold on. These comments. We way behind on that. Hold on. Hey, Eric, what's going on? Not sure who that is, but hello, you, whoever that may be. I'm trying to, okay. Let's see. We've already been here. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Some women have been clocked at 55 to 65 miles an hour. Actually, Helena, some women have been clocked at 60 to 75 miles an hour with that softball. They throw it pretty hard.
Yeah.
Cut
very hard.
Cut the check. Exactly. Cut the check. Talking about for the college players. Cut the damn check. I think Maryland should have never left the ACC. True. Not that they in the Big Ten. They're not quite the powerhouse they is in the Big Ten. True enough. That was about money. Yes, it was. Calling them the Gab Five.
Money. What did he say?
Calling them the Gab Five, the Grab Five. I believe that's what H2 was trying to say. The Grab Five, because they was getting that dough.
Yes, of course. I mean, come on now.
One Facebook user said, "I've heard of Keith Walker." That's Tracy. Tracy says she's heard of Keith Walker.
That's my first cousin.
Okay. Hold on. Remember, for a long time they would not allow pros to play in the Olympics. Yep. Very true.
Yep.
They had the dream. And they killed all that.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you something. They're gonna experiment. They're gonna experiment. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. You're gonna see football in the Olympics.
Oh yeah, they've been talking about that for years. It's gonna happen.
You're gonna see it. It's gonna happen. They're gonna experiment with it.
You know it's gonna happen, Coach? That's why we know it's gonna happen. It's money to be made there. It's definitely money to be made.
No doubt about that.
You know, when they had the Olympic events, the main ones everybody go to, the track and field, the swimming,
basketball.
And the basketball, exactly.
Yep.
Them folks.
Yep.
But okay,
and diving a little bit.
Yeah, swimming, all that. Exactly. Let's get into some of this. Okay, now here's the problem. Okay, we got our top 4 college football teams. You know, we got Alabama at number 1. We got Clemson. They in the mix.
Number 2.
Now at number 4, we got Ohio
number 3.
State.
Yeah, Notre Dame is number 3.
Yep. And Ohio State's number 4. Now here's the problem.
Ohio State's number 4.
Remember, the Big Ten slated to play 8 games. Ohio State did only play 4 so far. They already had to cancel 2 because of COVID. Now they play Michigan State this week. They are right for the moment, but remember, they coach right now got COVID, so he won't be there. And of course, between now and then, if they get some more positive tests, that's going to squash them. Now they saying
I heard that it might be up in the air that they might not play anyway.
Well, see, here's the thing. If they don't play at least 6 games, then they're not going to be eligible for not only the Big Ten championship, but the college football championship either. They're saying that they play at least 6 games to be eligible for the playoffs. Now, granted, Ohio State didn't play 4 games and they pretty much blew out everybody that didn't play, but because they only played 4 games.
Except Indiana. Indiana.
Right. So they're in a bad way right now. So bottom line, they need Michigan State and Michigan to play. And as you see, Michigan having COVID issues. So let's just say they go ahead and play Michigan State and everything cool. But then next week, the outbreak is even worse at Michigan. Michigan.
You know what was fun? You know what's fun to me? I was watching Clemson in Pittsburgh game. I think it was last week when they played. And you know, they got Trevor Lawrence. You know, he had that. And I watched him on the sideline. You know, he had one of these, but he'll take it off. He'll slide back on, take it back off. Slide. I mean, if you're gonna play this game, man, you know, y'all really not putting it out there. Keep your freaking mask on, man. I don't give you on the sideline. Have your mask on, man.
Bottom line, I say you need to assume like everybody around you got it right now. As contagious as it is at the moment, just assume everybody around you got it. So if you're not out there actually playing on the play, going back to, because right now, you know, that's a requirement now in the NFL. If you are on the sideline and they don't give a damn who you is, reporter, sideline judge, any of that. If you're not actually in the game at that moment, you are to have on a mask, period. Because bottom line is, NFL trying to get all that dough. They ain't got time to be canceling no games.
But they not.
You see how many times they didn't postpone this one game that we played today between Pittsburgh and Baltimore. They're supposed to play that game Thursday night. We just not playing that game on Thursday. 3 different games that moved around just to accommodate that game. So already you got the schedule all cattywampus. And of course, every week
they was already talking about.
Go ahead.
Right, they was already talking. They was already talking about if they don't play it Wednesday, it was going to be a forfeit.
Yeah.
Have you ever known a freaking forfeit in NFL football? I've never heard of that.
I looked it up today. Do you know this is only the 2nd game in the Super Bowl era ever to be played on a Wednesday? The last game to be played on a Wednesday was in 1966, the opening game of the season.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Before the Super Bowl era, the last game to get played on Wednesday was like in the 40s.
Wow.
Okay. Hold on, Coach. You want to see some of this here? They took softball out and put it back in. Yep. Hold on. Will Muhammad, what's up? How I didn't get no invite?
What's up, Will? What's up, big baby?
I told you Coach Will was going to check in. That was a very good
one.
Will said that was a very good game. And you're right, Coach. I saw a lot of players and coaches doing that were not wearing masks. Yep.
Was not, man.
I prefer college sports to the pros. A lot of people do, H2. Will said COVID is the boss. Y'all better recognize. You definitely better recognize. COVID running all this right now.
Yeah, it is.
That's right when you're going to get stuff to go the way you want it to go. But because there's so much money involved, and don't forget, we're not just talking about the NFL dollars and them affecting their bottom line. NFL gambling is big time. When you cancel one of these games and people lose their money because the game didn't even get played, that's gonna cause a problem in Vegas. You can't expect money like that. They don't play that.
You can't. And then they start now, you know, in these casinos and stuff. Now they got the FanDuel up in there now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, either the end of this month or next month, they're gonna start having online betting here where you can go on your phone and put the app on there and you can have your casino on the phone. You can do your
I heard that. Yep.
On the phone. And it's gonna be all legal. So yeah, that's about to be some big coming in. H2 said that was a complete mess. Yes, I agree. It was.
You talking about that Baltimore-Pittsburgh game?
Yep. He was saying the New Orleans Saints already lost a 7th-round pick and had to pay $500,000 for celebrate with no mask in the locker room. I remember that. They sure did. The NFL ain't playing
that. But still, you know,
I'm sure
you see. You know, it goes back to what me and Coach Will was talking about. You know, with the high schools and all that, they wasn't wearing no masks, man. They wasn't doing none of that. And you know, thank God ain't no sports going on right now with the high schools and stuff, man.
Right.
Because of what's going on.
Sports is
you know. But see, high schools don't. I know we jumping back and forth. Even though with the high schools, they don't get the same protocols as college and NFL and stuff like that. You know, they the low ball. Really, you know, high school really is the low ball of the sports.
Right.
You know, they don't get the money. They don't get money like that.
Right. It's only certain people that do anything.
Right. Exactly. You in Georgia, right?
No, I'm in Detroit.
You in Detroit? I thought you was in Georgia. Okay, but anyway, if you like in Georgia, you go to a high school game, it's flooded. You go to a high school game here, you can hear the crickets.
Right. I mean, me and H2 was talking about this the other day. You know, Texas football big down there. They shut down the whole town to go to the game in the high school.
Listen, I stayed in Plainview, Texas. You know, shout out to Plainview, and I went to my first. You ain't gonna believe this. 6-man football.
6-man football.
Look it up. It started in Nebraska. It's for these small schools. Okay. It started in Nebraska. Because these small schools that had like kindergarten, middle school, and high school, you know what I'm saying? And it was this one school, damn, I forgot the name of it, man. I went to the game, man, and I was amazed. Quarterback cannot run. He can run around for his life, but he can't run. Look it up. 6-man football. It's big in Texas. It's big in Texas.
And these platforms, you learn something new every day. I never heard of it.
It's big in Texas. It's big in Oklahoma. Big in Nebraska. It's for these very, very small schools.
Okay.
Look it up. They even had documentary on ESPN about 6-man football. And I'm talking about helmets, shoulder pads, knee pads, stop pads.
Okay.
High school.
Now, let me get into this a little bit more for a second. Okay, this 6-man football, do the kids play offense and defense?
Yes. Offense, defense. They kick off, kick field goals. They do everything that 11-man do.
Wow.
The only thing different, two things is different. The quarterback can't run, and the center can go out for a pass.
Wow. Ain't that something?
Yeah. Yeah, check, look it up, man.
Looking at okay, hold on.
Look it up.
The comments blowing up, Coach. Hold on. Will said these casinos ain't gonna lose no money. You better believe it. Not a dime. They're about to make up for all they lost. Little League is the real sports. Yeah, Little League, they do get the bump, especially if you're in one of these poor cities that don't have no programs for the little leaguers like that. Hey guys, what's up, Auntie Nikki? Auntie Nikki from District T. She in the house. Saying what's up to you, Coach Will. Yeah, you definitely got to check out their show, Digital T. You know I'm gonna go through the whole Nighthawk Network before we cut out. You know how I do. I might want to get in the online betting. That's what somebody's saying in the comments. I'm not sure who that is.
I ain't trusting none of that.
Oh yeah, Tracy saying that. Yeah, that online betting, that's about to be big. I know. Coach Will said I lived in Killeen, Texas, and they took football very serious. Yeah, I got family down in Texas, so that's why I know.
Yeah.
Football is big down there. They play all year and everything. Will is saying, yes, 6-man football is very big, even here in Michigan. I didn't even know they had it in Michigan. Yeah, I'm definitely
they got 6-man football in Michigan.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that neither.
I'm so glad they did.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you, you go to a 6-man football game down in Texas, you would think you at a stadium, man. It's so crowded.
Oh yeah,
it is so crowded.
Oh yeah,
it's crowded, man.
Yeah, Will said they took the kickoffs out 4 years ago. Okay. Facebook user, who might this be? I've seen a documentary where they wanted droids in the future for football. Ain't nobody trying to see no droid football, man.
What is that anyway?
Like basically androids, like robot football. That would not be the same.
Man. Hey, whoever that is, man, go sit down with that. Droid, man, go sit down with that.
We'll say, yeah, the 6-man is for smaller schools. Yep.
It is for smaller schools.
In the South, kids to college is bigger than the NFL at home up north. Yeah. Some of them high school games do be bigger than some of these games around here. Especially
way big, man. Way big, man.
Big football.
Way big. Oh man. Look, let me tell you something.
Alabama, that's another one
when
too.
Georgia, just like I'm gonna tell you, you know how when Georgia and Florida play in college, now they got a thing for high school for Florida and high school in Georgia when they play each other. And oh boy, them boys come to play. You would think you watching a college game, man.
Right, and I know it'll be a whole bunch of scouts in the crowd and all that stuff.
Oh my God, yes it does.
I ain't talking about college scouts. I'm talking about NFL scouts.
They be there, man. They be there. I'm telling you, I was a witness to that, man. I was a witness to that.
He said, "Who the hell gonna watch some damn droids?"
I know the guy who said that. The person who said that, that's the person who's gonna watch the droid game.
Scrolling the phone to figure out who that was.
Yeah, please do.
They are serious about cheerleading as football down south. Yeah, and some of the cheerleading competitions down south serious as hell too. Like I said, I got family in Missouri, and my cousin, she a cheerleader now for Missouri State. They have big time cheerleading competitions down there.
But they not south though. That's not south.
Missouri
That's Midwest,
Missouri.
ain't it?
No, Missouri south. Missouri south.
I thought it was Midwest.
No, remember Missouri in the SEC, Southeastern Conference, Missouri. You know my people live in Missouri. That's why I know.
Okay.
Nikki, listen, I'm real serious about sports, and see that's another thing. And I was real encouraged. Remember last week on y'all show, we had all the ladies check in. It was so many women checking out the show. I really liked it. That, you know what I'm saying? I love me a woman that knows some stuff about sports.
Sports, ain't no doubt.
That's a quick way to get to know me. We can sit down and have a sports conversation, and then can talk about other stuff, and then we can oh yeah, that's a woman right there.
If that's the case, y'all need to start supporting these women's sports team, man. Yeah, they need it, man. They need it. They need it.
Y'all down for sports, be down for the women's sports just like the men's sport. They need your support, absolutely. Okay, what we got here? I'm just saying, Coach, don't shoot the messenger. I didn't do it. I'm just watching it. Okay. Now maybe I can see who's They say don't get mad at them about the robot thing.
Man, I don't want to see no robot football, man.
I still don't know.
They gonna get tackled. You gonna see they gonna get tackled.
Tracy, he didn't understand what he saw. It ain't that that's what he wanted. He just letting y'all know. Okay, we got.
He still get clowned though. He still get clowned. Come on now, it's all fun. It's all fun.
That's right.
It's all fun.
It's all love.
You see a robot. you see a robot get tackled, you're gonna see sparks coming out of him.
Coach Will said, y'all must not have been to a PAL football game in Detroit. Not as many as I would like to, Coach. Over the years, it killed me. I'll be on my way to work and I drive past the field. I'll be wanting to stop so bad to see what the hell going on. Or I might see, one day I remember I was like, damn, I'm about to be late today. And I pulled over in the parking lot. So about 10 minutes, see somebody get blew up. Their little helmet flew off. I was hyped. I was about 30 minutes late for work that day.
That comment Will said, that was to me because I've been back here, two and a half, almost 3 years now. And I have not seen a Little League football game.
Well, like I told you, and I'm telling you, once post-pandemic, after all this is cleared up, we going to do that, bruh. We definitely going to do that.
No doubt.
From a coach's standpoint, and we're going to have a good old time.
I'm down with that.
Okay, Nikki said, my sister got a full scholarship to cheerlead. Yeah, my cousin got a full scholarship to cheerlead too. Absolutely. Put me in, Coach. That's what Will saying. Put me in, Coach.
I got you. I'm gonna put you in. I got you. I need you to get well first, bro, before I put you in.
Yeah, we need you to feel better.
You to get well, man.
I definitely looking to see you Sunday when you do the show. Pure and Uncut, by the way, y'all. That's Coach V's show that he do with my man Will Muhammad. They do it Sundays at 12 p.m. I'm gonna break it down at the end. I want to see all the ladies in the house this week too. We want to see all the women in there, okay?
All y'all.
But especially the ladies.
Elena, you better have your butt in there too with your cowboy stuff on.
Talk about H2. Yeah. H2 said,
H2.
I need to see some bodies. That's what H2 saying. Okay, Nikki said, I got 5 brothers and 4 sons. Baby sports is in our culture. She grew up with boys, is what she said. So, yeah, that's why she not doing sports like that. Plus, she grew up in Philly. Philly a big sports town, period.
Yeah, Philly is. Yes.
All plays for PAL sideline. She a sideline mom, baby. That's right, Nikki.
I had an opportunity when this young man
all right, yeah, Coach said he went in now. So yeah, I'm about to keep talking, Coach. I'm about to send him the messenger.
I had this young man. I used to go to Richmond, Virginia. His name is Sharik Finch. He was in high school, and I knew his auntie. His auntie was cool as hell, man. She's good people. And I used to go there to go train him when he was in high school. And he ended up getting recruited by Temple University. He was a standout. They played defensive end and linebacker.
All right.
And, he got drafted by the Tennessee Titans, 3-4 years ago. And now he got traded. Now he's playing with the Vegas Raiders now. And,
okay.
And I had the opportunity to see a Philly game, high school game. And I'm like, damn, can I sit down somewhere? Can I sit down? But family support. It's from Texas, Alabama, all through the South and in the West, in the East, But you get it up here, you don't get the support like that, man. When it comes to the football, man, the high school football. I went to one, man, and I was like, where everybody at? And I got in, because of my homeboy. He's a ref. He ref college ball. Matter of fact, he's gonna be doing that Michigan State and Ohio State game.
Okay.
And yeah, his name is Harold Battles. He's gonna be doing that game. And he's a Mackenzie Stag as well. And
Mackenzie,
yeah, no doubt. Northwestern is too. And and I got into that game, man. And I was like, where's everybody at? I mean, it was like empty. You'll see a lot of cars, but the stands was empty. It's to me up here in Michigan football, it's not a big thing here.
Well, like I said, it really depends on where you go. Because you done been to some of these schools. Like I out there in Farmington and Flint Northern. It's certain schools that get a nice little turnout to their crowd.
But when I was coming up, you know, the fans was there. I mean, stadiums was packed. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it's different now. Yeah. You know, it's just like when I went to go to get an interview at my alma mater, Northwestern, man, and I was supposed to have an interview with the athletic director. Come to find out, you know, when I was there in school, the athletic director is in the school. They're not in the schools. They got their own personal building, office, or whatever. I didn't know that, you know. And that's another thing, you know. Athletic director is supposed to be interacting, you know, there. I mean, I don't know if they was there, be there or not, or whatever, but you know, they had an office when I was there in school. Okay. You know, but anyway, I end up interviewing with the head coach, and he felt real threatened by it, you know, my resume, my references and all that, because I do know a lot of NFL players. You know, Josh Norman, that's my guy. Okay. You know, when I used to hold, you know, football camps, man, he used to come to my camps, man. You know, just because I was training his cousin, Orlando. You know, shout out to Orlando. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I met Josh Norman.
Hold on, Coach V, not to cut you off, but we got a special guest.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you might want to talk to this person right here. Check him out.
What's going on?
What's up, baby?
What up, Will?
What's up, baby?
Will Muhammad in the house, son. We got
What's up, Coach?
What's up? Hey, you know, I had to
What's up, Coach?
I had to come off the bench.
How you feeling, Will? How you feeling, my brother?
You know, man. Hey, you know what? Really, I kind of needed this, man, because I got bad news. Today I got hit with 2 double doses of bad news, man, and man, just really so one, my brother I went to high school with, was very close with, passed away in his sleep. Man. And then I get a call, my son's mother has COVID.
Oh wow.
And like, man, wow.
Hey, Coach, let me tell you something, man. And I'm coming from the heart with this, man. You know, I love you, man. You know, you know, you mean a lot to me, man. You know what I'm saying? When we first met, you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people had a lot of bad ills towards me and you, thinking, you know, we gonna be this and that, you know. But I'm gonna tell you something, Coach. I'm here. You ever need me, man? I'm here.
Definitely, I appreciate
it, bro.
That go for me too, man. You know, like I said, we done got to know each other the last few months, and we had some great discussions. And you know, I be praying for you. Know, we talk outside of the shows and all that. You know, we've been praying for each other, and I hate that news is came. We pray that she's restored to full health and everything's good. Man, the death, it seems like every week now. Somebody that I know that's close to me is losing somebody or having COVID. I mean, I feel bad. Yeah. But once got some good news today. One of my co-workers from my job, they out of the hospital. They got out.
That's what I'm talking about.
But you know, they went home after being there for 3 weeks. They was on a ventilator. It wasn't looking good for a while, but they out and they're doing better. So I thank God for that. I think, you know, that the prayers was answered for that one. But I still got 2 family members down in Missouri that's in the hospital with COVID, and other co-workers in the hospital now with it. So yeah,
I was just reading, and a couple just got arrested for that was diagnosed with COVID and tried to board an airplane.
Wow.
So the big message in this for all the listeners, for the people, if you've been diagnosed with COVID, you are in the database. If you attempt to board an airplane, if you attempt to get on a bus, a train, it is a felony.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
That's attempted murder.
It's attempted murder.
Wow.
Because you
exposing other people to this.
Right.
Because they told you what to do. Go home and quarantine.
Absolutely. And yes, the CDC said that now you only got to quarantine for 7 to 10 days, but you still need to do that 7 to 10 days.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Well, you do the 7 to 10 day quarantine, and then you still go back and get tested.
Exactly.
Still,
to make sure.
Right. Yeah. But hey, you know what?
Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this question here.
Mm-hmm.
The way COVID is hitting the sports now, that's not the NBA, because we know NBA did a marvelous job.
Excellent job.
They did.
They
did a marvelous job.
Already we got problems, y'all, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay. But do you think right now the way the outbreak is from the college football to NFL, because like I say, Baltimore and Pittsburgh playing today, because people being tested, you know what I'm saying, positive and things of that nature. Do you think, and now let's get away from the money thing. Let's get away from the money thing, because we all know it's about money. Do you think that sports should be canceled all the way around?
Yep.
I agree.
I think that if you cannot do what the NBA did, that and Coach V and I, we had this conversation our first episode, our first show. This is what we talked about, and I said it then, and I'll say it now, that at some point, and I, and being a business owner, I understand. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is my livelihood. But at the end of the day, your livelihood or making money should not be more important than people's lives. I was just on I think it was ABC News. I was just on ABC News earlier, and we were talking about this. And that was one of the things that I had said, that I understand. I used to own a restaurant. And if I still own my restaurant today, we would not be doing dine-in. You wouldn't be able to come into my lobby. You would have to do carry out. We bring your meal out to your car. You know what I'm saying? You order, you call in, text in, send us your order. We'll give you an order number. You'll tell us what your vehicle is. I mean, bam, we'll bring the order out to you.
Or you was doing dash.
Look, let me tell y'all something. So let me share with y'all real quick, since we're talking about it, how my son's mother caught COVID.
Okay.
Her daughter and her daughter's child's father went out to a Buffalo Wild Wings restaurant with another couple, and they brought their child. So they had the couples and one child each. All 6 have COVID, including the babies. Now, what people aren't understanding is, and it goes back to what Coach, because there was some coach that you and I noticed the same thing watching that Clemson game. And I was like, hold on, why is the star taking his mask off to talk? Why is the coach that was behind him didn't even have his mask on? And then what's the other thing? Why are people wearing their masks like this? I don't have my mask with me, so I'm using my hands. Why they got their mouth covered and their nose open?
Me and H2 was talking about that today.
Right, exactly. What's up with that?
No good, people.
Hold on.
No good at all.
And at the Clemson game, they panned into the fans that were there in the different areas, and I saw 6 people without a mask on at all.
It's more than that. It was more than that. And remember when Florida, the head coach of Florida said, what did he say? Governor, I need you to open this up because we can have our fans back in here. And what happened? When that happened, people was getting sick.
Meanwhile, one of the biggest college outbreaks out here now is at Notre Dame. You know why, right?
Well, hold on. Are we surprised?
I'm not. You remember what happened?
I'm not.
Upset Clemson.
Right. And every right. 20,000 fans rushed the field.
Right. One, it was too
many people.
Yes,
they did.
It was too many
and you did not see not one person with a mask on.
None.
And so, of course, Notre Dame, they were smart by saying, okay, kids, before y'all leave for home, get tested first. And when they did that, they was popping up like beep, 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 beep.
No, they told them to get tested or they were not going to be able to come back to school. No, they weren't going to let them, either they weren't going to let them leave.
Right. And if you did leave, you weren't able to come back. Exactly.
You weren't gonna be able to come back, and you forfeit your, the school year.
Yep.
So I thought that was brilliant. Like, okay,
Yep.
we're gonna let y'all have y'all fun, but look, what people gotta understand, it's a price that you gotta pay for everything that you do. And the sad part here is that we're in undiscovered territory, and I mean, let's keep it 100. It is scary.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, Nikki's right. She said I love sports, but nobody should be playing. Period. Right now.
Yeah.
They shouldn't
be playing.
Do you know? You guys know why I was one of the most hated coaches?
Why is that?
Because safety always came first to me.
As it should. Because
you see Coach smiling. He'll tell you when they was talking about going on Belle Isle in freaking March when it was freaking 13 below zero. I was like, man, I see I'm not going out there. And I told all my players, you won't get any flack from me if you choose not to show up for that. That was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And I imagine that field probably went in the best of shape to begin with.
Hold on.
How many people?
Hey, Coach, think about that. After that happened,
it was only 8 people that showed up.
All the numbers went down. We went from having 20. We had a roster of 28 players, and we were averaging 23 to 24 players at practice. After that happened, we went down to only having roughly 8 people at practice.
Yeah.
Because they don't care about these kids.
No, these were adults. It's even worse with the kids. And I would tell them in a minute, I'd be like, well, we're not doing offense today, man. It's the weather, the conditions. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, especially for football, we practicing in the summer. What happens in the summer? Thunder and lightning. Well, what's the rules? Anybody that's been coaching, the minute thunder,
you cannot play when it's thunder and lightning.
When the thunder or lightning is spotted, you got to stop
for at least 30 minutes.
Stop. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Yep.
If the temperatures go above 90 degrees Fahrenheit, no practice.
You cannot play.
Right.
There's
you
no
can't
practice.
Play a practice. Guess what they tell me, Coach? You just got to give them water. My thing is these same. Can I use choice words on your show?
Go for it, brother.
These same motherfuckers. I hope they listen. These same motherfuckers is the ones that was swearing up and down they was gonna be playing at Ford Field, and they never made it. I ain't seen none of them guys play for a Ford Field championship, let alone win one. Win one. But hold on, wait a minute. I'm 3-0.
Right. And another thing I want to jump on and say this here.
Go ahead.
When let me tell you, people, if you practicing in a 90-degree weather, you never put no cold water on top of somebody's head.
Exactly.
You put it on the neck. Because if you put it on the top of the head, you're gonna send a shock through their body.
Actually, you shouldn't do cold water, period. It should be room temperature, because when the wind is blowing, the wind is gonna automatically hit the body and it's gonna cool it down.
Right.
The smallest of a breeze.
Remember, when you put it on your body, regulate your temperature. When you stop sweating, that's when you really got a problem.
Exactly.
You got a problem.
I'm gonna put it out there. I ain't got no problem. Coach Tandy, I'm always gonna respect winners, but I'm also gonna tell you when you F up. And so I remember the year this one I was coaching the Cougars, and
that's right, Nick.
We was running the table. You know what I'm saying? We was overthrowing all of the other teams. Now we the big horse.
Yeah. Hold on, Will. Let me address this comment right quick. Good evening, gentlemen. This is from Robert Smith.
Hey, what up, Rob?
Will and I discussed this before. I don't see how the NFL was going to control this. Too many players, too much contact. NBA kept their players in the bubble in Florida. Will, my prayers are with you, brother. And like I said, this season, though, the NBA is not in the bubble. And already they're having COVID issues. It's 2 teams already.
What?
It's training camp just started this week. There's already 2 teams that have shut down a facility because of COVID.
Wow. Who was them teams? Is Detroit one of them?
I forgot who the other one was.
Wow. Detroit came off of theirs yesterday.
Right.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another side note about the Detroit team, they signed the other Ball brother to a contract for the exhibition season.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the middle brother.
That's a good move.
Yeah.
He out cold.
Yeah.
That boy out cold.
He better than Lonzo.
That's what I was about to say. He is. He's way better
than Lonzo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both of the younger brothers is better than Lonzo.
Right, because the middle brother, he the shooter
right.
He the one with the ring.
Remember the father said one day he was talking to Shannon Sharp. He said, I guarantee you, one day you're gonna see all my sons playing on the same team.
Oh yeah, you can see
he's marketing his sons.
He already telling
he's marketing.
But see, here's the deal. You can put all three. See, he said the only thing he missed in that is having all three of them playing is not going to get you a championship if you don't have the other right pieces around it.
Right.
So all you did was made it to the league. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't take nothing away from you, but it's what you do once you get to the league. And we know the league, I don't care who you are. You are judged by, did you make it to the NBA Finals? Did you play for a championship? And finally, did you win one? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So but the story I was telling real quick. The star player on the Cubs team, they were running back. The boy, he had a weight problem. So they have been putting him in the sauna and the steam all week. Running him, putting him in the homemade sweatsuits, all that crazy mess. Got the boy to the game. He damn near passed out on the field because he had dehydrated. Now I'm telling them, he done. Tandy and all them fools is giving this boy sunflower seeds and water. And I'm like, dude, that's like telling an athlete, don't eat breakfast. Don't get up 5 or 6 hours before a game. And you don't have to eat a meal. You don't have to do it. Just show up at the facility, show up at the field, and we're going to feed you. And they're going to get out there and they're going to play. And they're going to pass out. And I was so glad that Pal took a stand. And we kicked their ass that game. We murdered them.
So clearly they deserved it that day.
But I was so glad that Pal, that's how they got kicked out of Pal for those years.
Listen, people. And me and Coach Will, we say that everybody is not no coach.
Not right.
They pretend to be.
Right.
Let me tell you something. Me as a coach, I tell my players, eat some bananas. Make you some cucumber juice. Put a little salt in it. You know what I'm saying? Because your body produces the salt. It makes you sweat. You know what I'm saying? And this is what's gonna help you when you in those degrees, when you got all that equipment on and everything. And if you're a football coach and you listening, you should be knowing this stuff, man.
But the first thing
you should be knowing this stuff, man.
How do you
gotta eat?
If you don't put gas in your car, how far are you gonna get?
Exactly.
You ain't going nowhere. You're gonna run out of gas. Exactly.
So to bring it all,
you're gonna run out of gas.
To bring it all full circle.
Like
if you're not gonna send your kids out under normal circumstances, unhealthy and unprepared, why would you set them up to fail during this COVID protocol now?
Thank you. I said, hold on. We can go back and review. Remember, they say review the tape. In our first episode, when Coach and I, we talked about this whole COVID thing and about school, I said the high school kids should do distance learning, and the little kids should be able to go to school.
And
Didn't I say that, Coach?
And I said
they should be able to do it about 2 or 3 days a week.
When they open up, it's going to be an issue. Absolutely.
Because the older kid, like, here's the deal. Now, again, we still talking about COVID, and we still seeing babies catching COVID. Now, the reason infants are more susceptible to catching this virus is because their immune system is building itself up.
Exactly.
Right. Their lungs, all of those things were being developed in the womb, and they have to come out and they got to get accustomed to breathing this air on their own. Before they were breathing the air, everything depended on the mother, and the mother's body was filtering all of the bad things that the baby didn't need. The body didn't allow it to get into the baby, and the mom had to take care of all that on her.
Right. Side note, people, all these vaccines that's coming out now, they have not been properly tested on kids. Some of them not at all. Keep that in mind.
No, they not.
But let's just but we had this conversation. So I think I'm qualified to talk about vaccines and these different things. And let me say this.
Break down why, Will. That's important.
Okay, so first of all, I have a autoimmune disease. It's called sarcoidosis. Now, cool thing for me, I've been in remission with sarcoidosis now since 2016. Okay, I had 2 siblings that passed away from this disease. Okay, the most notable celebrity that had it and passed away was Bernie Mac. Okay, so fast forward now, there's a lot of things that I did to help me for me to be able to go into remission. One of them was, hey, you need to take the flu shot. Now I was same thing here, but let me tell y'all something. That was the best thing ever happened to me. There was other things that I had to do to assist to make sure that all these things work. The other thing, when we talk about vaccines, I'm really big into science. I'm really big into technology. And I've always been big into it. When I was a little boy watching Star Trek, and look at us now. We're holding communicators in our hands, and we are talking. We're doing what they was doing in Star Trek in the 60s.
Absolutely.
Okay. With that being said, we have to remember, this is where I always put my faith. We don't control life. Excuse me. We don't control life and death. Man like to think he does, but we don't. With that being said, he did put knowledge and wisdom into man to be able to come up and to be able to combat different things that happen, different viruses and different germs that get and disease and things of that nature. So just because something or we don't think something's been tested on certain groups or whatever doesn't mean that it's not going to work. The other thing, where we're at with technology now than we were 10 years ago, 5 years ago, with vaccines and things of that nature, the reason of I actually really have faith in this vaccine. And the reason I have faith in it because, one, it's a competition. So we're talking about sports.
Mm-hmm.
Competition. One of these 3 companies got the magic pill.
Yeah.
You can best believe one of them, if not all 3.
No, it's 6 companies that's got vaccines on trials right now.
No, I'm talking about this actually in front of
the ones that's in phase 3, right?
No, that's sitting on the desk of the CDC. I mean, not CDC.
Right. So
you
that's the Pfizer vaccine, the Moderna vaccine, and AstraZeneca vaccine, right?
Exactly. One of those, if not all 3, are going to work. Here's the trick. The trick to any vaccine, including medication, is the side effect.
Yes, the side effects.
Now we start talking about the side effect. Is the side effect worth the risk over not doing anything at all?
Right.
That's what you got to ask yourself. So one of the side effects might be you might be constipated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or something.
You might have blurred vision. You might get diabetes. You know what I'm saying? You might. I got diabetes from medication that they gave me before my surgery. You know what I'm saying? So, do I like it? No, but I'm here. You know, I'm still here. So I think that at some point we cannot be because ask yourself this question: if you went to work Any of you three guys or anybody out there, I can't see the comments unless you put them up. But if anyone had to go to work and work next to someone who didn't want to take the virus, and now it could be a potential spreader, would you feel comfortable? No. Now you might take something home with you?
Not at all.
I wouldn't feel comfortable.
We gotta, before we start talking about I'm not gonna but see, society got us messed up. Reminds me of that scripture in the Bible. Remember when this isn't religious. This is something I like to go back to, because I was just talking about how what's going on right now. Mm-hmm. Remember when the angel Gabriel went and got what's the name's wife from Sodom and Gomorrah, and they were leaving and running. He said, "Just don't look back, just run." Mm-hmm. What'd she do? Turned around. Exactly. This is what's happening right now. They telling people, stay at home. Don't go. Don't have all these people over at your home. You know, people acting like, well, this is the last Thanksgiving that you're going to ever have. You want to go to your grave saying, man, I took all these other people. Or you don't go, but everybody else go.
Right.
Because they was at your house.
Talk,
coach,
you didn't have,
right. Talk. You didn't have. And here's the crazy part. I saw so many people's videos, and I'm going to let y'all talk. I saw so many people putting up their videos and stuff. I didn't see nobody with masks on.
I didn't see nobody. You ain't gonna see nobody.
Coach, on my Instagram, not only did they have a Thanksgiving dinner where it's about 50 people there.
I saw it, yes.
But then they had an after party.
Yes, I saw that.
It was getting live and freaky, the sweat, the whole deal. Not a mask in sight.
You know. I had one lady say, well, you know, masks don't stop you from getting COVID. I said, okay, well, yes. I said, it's two things. It'll help prevent you from getting it or for you giving it to someone.
Exactly.
And then the second part is that you still got a social distance.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Just like with me.
The girl in the house, Will.
Who?
Helena Hologram. I'm back.
Uh-oh.
Took a little rest. She back on the show with us now. Helena, H2. She is in the building.
What's up, H2?
Yeah, I got both of them now, H2. The full, pure, and uncut squad.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. I want to say this at my job, right? This. Let me reach over here and get it. This is my mask.
All right.
This is my mask. Okay. This is my mask. And I work with. I got two machines, right?
Okay.
And ain't nobody around me. But soon as somebody come around me, I'm like this. This is how I am. I throw it on. I don't care if you the supervisor, the head guy or whatever. But one thing I can say about my job, you know, even though a few people did catch that COVID, they do go around and spray the machines down. They spray everything. They constantly, the maintenance the janitors is constantly wiping everything down. Mm-hmm. You know, spraying and they had that Clorox spray. They spraying everything. You know, that's one thing I can say about my job. Now, is everybody wearing a mask? No. Is anybody coming around me, want to talk to me or whatever, wearing a mask? Some is, some ain't. But Coach Vincent got his on full blast. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm keeping mine 100 because my baby's, she work in the medical field, mm-hmm. You know, and she tell me about all this was going on where she at. You know what I'm saying? And she get on me. Look, man, put your gun down, man. You know, if I'm going in the store, before I go in the store, throwing it on.
And let me
you know, and I'm opening the door with one finger. You know what I'm saying? You see signs on in the store. If you would not get served if you don't have a mask on. That's a goddamn lie.
Yeah, the high risk is being indoors. But people have to understand, you are at the high risk of spreading and catching indoors.
Because there's nowhere
else
than you are outdoors. You know, so if I could tell you, Coach, if I was you, man, I'd keep that bad boy on even when nobody.
All the time. I agree.
But you're right. But it's sometimes it's hard to breathe. We had a meeting today, and
okay, yeah, Nikki saying there's one person in her house who isn't here all the time. That was my oldest daughter, and she is in quarantine right now because she knows what flying could do because she works for the airline. Mm-hmm. So she quarantined herself. Yeah. Mm-hmm. H2 and people just don't care. But yeah, go ahead, Coach V.
And it's like we had a meeting today, and one of the guys, everybody else had a mask on, but this one guy in HR was like, where your mask at? Oh, let me go get it. I'm like, dog, why you ain't have it on in the first place? Why you ain't have it around your neck? You got the same thing I got. The same thing.
You can go on for people who don't know, if you haven't, you can go on Amazon, and they have the mask with the filters. So people who say that they have a hard time breathing,
with the 995 or whatever it is.
Yeah, but no, you can get it, but they have the N95 filters.
Mm-hmm.
So it has on each side. Those are the good ones to get. You can get one of those, and they're reusable and washable, and you can get those, and you can get the filters. You can get like 100 of those, and that would help you. But because like if you're not in an area where you can close yourself off from everyone, and indoors, they saying that it can stay in the air for up to 6 hours. Yeah. 6 days or 3 hours. I heard a couple of different days.
And remember, you only need to be exposed for about 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
In order for it to attack with you and
it can get in your eyes. It can get into your eyes.
Your eye ducts.
So even if you wearing one of the persons that wanted to go back and forth with me, she was like, you can a mask don't stop you from getting it. I said, well, it will, but if you don't have anything protecting covering your eyes, then you can get it. So I got the shield. You wear the mask and the shield over, but I wear my glasses.
That's what Andy Gibb not Andy Gibb, Coach Andy Reid. If you watch Coach Andy Reid Kansas City, he keeps his face mask on.
Yep.
Eric Bieniemy, and I hope Eric Bieniemy be the head coach for the Detroit Lions. I'm rooting for you, Eric Bieniemy.
Here we go.
I want to know. I'm hearing everybody throwing these names up, and I want to know why y'all feel these guys. Not because they come from winning organizations. What is it that they've done as a coach that makes you feel that they can come and get the job done?
Okay, I'm gonna go with Eric Bieniemy. I don't know about the other coaches. Sorry about that. E.
No, go
I don't know about the other coaches that they throwing out there because I even heard Jim Harbaugh name thrown out there in the mix as well for the Detroit Lions.
No.
Oh no, it's just thrown out there. It's just thrown out there. But
they can unthrow that.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah, but hold on, man. Hold on, Coach Will. Stop that, Coach. Stop it. You and E, y'all stop that. Y'all stop that because Coach Harbaugh was very successful in the NFL. Come on, man. Harbaugh was very successful in the NFL. Come on now, stop it. Stop it,
Coach. I need a break from, and that's my boy. I know him personally.
Oh, I know him too.
So if I can say that personally about somebody, Harbaugh needs to sit down for a minute, like a lot of the other coaches. Kind of get football out your system and re-energize yourself. Have a real honest conversation with yourself about that program you inherited. You know what I'm saying? And
what directions you're gonna go in.
Right. And how can you persuade you an opportunity?
There we go. Okay.
Sorry about that. My brother was calling me. To give you an opportunity, to come back. Man, if I got fired, I'm just keeping it 100. I remember when I got fired.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting anybody to give me a job.
Now, Nikki, I see your information. That is for your thing that you're doing. Please explain to the people what that's about. I'm putting that up there, but yeah, there's more to it than this. That please explain that. We'll get back to you. Helena saying the governor here in Maryland made a commercial, and at the end he says, "Wear your damn mask."
That's right.
My man. My man, salute to you. Salute to you.
Like these last few press conferences, Gresham had her mask on and she talks to the people, and she sounds more and more angry and salty every time.
Well,
I don't blame her. I don't blame her.
At least he didn't say fix the damn potholes.
Right. But let me go back to what I said. Let me go back to this. Let me go back to this.
Okay,
let me go back to this.
Hold on.
The reason why
this is for her website to support the Black Innocence Project. That's this here. So I'm gonna leave that up for y'all. Y'all go ahead while y'all talk.
A pennant, so we'll be able to go right to it.
Absolutely.
I can't see it.
It's
so small. But as I said with Eric Bieniemy, I watched him. Some of the games that Kansas City had played, and Eric Bieniemy, he went through the ranks. He went through it, and I like how he interact. He remind me how you, Coach Will.
Oh wow!
How you interact with your players. You know what I'm saying? He motivate his players in a way that remind me of you. And I'm not just saying none of this, man. I watch him. I'm a very observant person when it comes to that football thing.
Oh yeah, you are. I will say no. Yeah, you are.
And Eric Bieniemy would be a great fit for the Detroit Lions.
So let me ask.
I don't know.
Okay, so you saying great fit, but we've seen. Would he be able to keep the forwards in check? And the other thing is, I think what everybody kind of missing, we can have the greatest coach in football, but if we don't have a great general manager and a coach and GM that are on the same page, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So that go back to what we said. That go back to what we said in our last show. Should the head coach be the GM? Remember?
But if this guy has never been a head coach, I definitely wouldn't see a person with no head coaching experience come in and be the head coach and the GM. I think you are setting them up for failure.
Absolutely.
But you can look at Bill Belichick. Belichick was not a head coach at first. He was not. He didn't take the Cleveland job. He was assistant coach at with the Jets when Bill Parcells was there.
But he didn't go there as a GM either. I said
no.
I don't have a problem with the The next step after being a coordinator is head coach, but it's not head coach and general manager at the same time. I think that could
happen though.
I mean,
it can happen.
Anything is possible. But if you're gonna wear a double hat, I mean, look at Van Gundy. I'll give a good example of crash and burn Van Gundy.
Woo!
A great coach.
That was a crash and burn there.
Great coach. But he proved that
he was not a GM.
And a GM is not as easy as you think it is. That's like me. Yeah. That's like one of us being a head coach and the athletic director.
I mean, I believe that saying go. Sometimes it's not always good to be the one that put the food in, buy the groceries. I believe that's what they say about that. Yep. Yeah. But okay, so let me ask you this, Coach Will. Do you think they should hire the GM first and let the GM make that choice, or you think they should do it the other way around?
No, I think because the GM is the person who ultimately is responsible for putting everything together. So I think that they should hire the GM first. I also think that they should hire a president of player personnel and development, and then a GM. Okay. Let that person find the GM. Because
I don't think they have that. I don't think they even have that with the Detroit Lions.
Saying, but this is what they need now. If Mrs. Ford, and I really wasn't that. I looked at her little interview she did, and the explanation that she gave, which was a good explanation, but it was how she explained it. She didn't sound like she was too confident in the decision that she made.
No, actually, she didn't sound that confident about it.
I was looking like, you know, and I had to watch it 3 or 4 different times to make sure I wasn't tripping.
No, because I seen the film. I was thinking that too, like, okay. So of course, what I got to thinking was, how much did Bill? You know, Bill's not supposed to be involved in operations and whatnot. How much of them talking had come into play into that decision?
Better late than never. If it was Bill, then it was much needed. Because honestly and truthfully, they should have been gone 3 losses ago.
Yeah,
they should have been gone end of last year. Let's be honest.
Well, no, I mean, I could see you. I mean, you got to think 3 years. This was their 3rd year.
Yeah.
Let's see how you get that 3rd year. When we talked about that right before the season.
Yeah.
What did we say? Hey, I give them to game 3 or 4.
And I said the same thing. And I said the games was like Miami. I forgot the teams they were supposed to be playing. It was some very crucial games.
Mm-hmm.
And they did end up winning one of them.
Yep.
And I think that was against the Falcons.
Yep. And I said that they didn't prove anything to me.
And if I remember right, that's the game that got the Atlanta coach fired.
Mm-hmm.
No. No, that was that Dallas game. That was the Dallas game.
The Dallas game got him fired.
You're right.
The Dallas game got him fired.
But basically, when they fired,
which means the Lions were supposed to have been moving. The Lions were supposed to have been moving the same way Atlanta was moving.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Right. So when
they got my man to ask, what was that, game 4?
I agree.
Week 4, week 5, he got to ask.
Yep.
Now you giving this guy 5 weeks of football to basically kind of audition.
Right, because Bevel has came out and said that he would like the job if they would consider him. And
he'd be dumb and stupid if he said he didn't. Let me put it like this: if he had said publicly or to me, "Hey, look, I'll do this, this interim, but after that, I don't want to be considered for here," I'd have sent him out the door with them too.
Right. That means he
had to say that. But I look at body language. See, body language tells me everything I need to know about a person. That's how how coaches coach. We don't go off of what come out your mouth so much as what comes out, how it comes out, and how you present it. And when I watched his interview, he did not sound like a guy that was stepping in to seize the opportunity. He didn't sound exceptionally enthusiastic. See, coaching is about energy.
Right.
Coaching is about I don't care what nobody said about Wayne Fontes. Wayne Fontes, every time he stepped on that podium, he brought energy.
That he
was the same guy that was on the sideline. He was the same guy on the sideline that he was when he got on that podium.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this, and I love one of the things that Wayne Fontes said. He said, if I'd have had Matthew Stafford in my backfield with Barry Sanders, Brett Perriman, and Johnny Moore, and Herman Moore, and all them, he said, man, Detroit would have been. We'd have had Super Bowls.
Yes,
we'd have had Super Bowls.
Indeed.
And that's just real talk.
Right.
And right now, the coaches they're not using the players that they have. And me and Coach Will been saying this for the longest.
Yeah,
been saying it for the longest. They don't have an identity.
Yep. Okay. H2, do you think the NFL is going in the bubble for the playoffs? I think
if they want to have a playoffs, they better. But I don't see it happening.
I don't think so.
Why you don't think so?
Think so.
Why not, Coach V?
The reason being, it's the money. Where you gonna house all these people if they make playoffs? You can't house them like you did the NBA. It's impossible.
Yeah, you are talking about it is way more players.
Yeah, you talking about
football players.
Yeah, and then you talking practice facilities. I mean, I can't say it's not possible, but I can't see it happen. Anything's possible if you.
Could you see them all being regulated to like one state Like say all y'all got to be down in Arizona or Texas or Florida.
I mean, it's
just like being. It's possible.
Anything is possible, but let me put it this way: the only way that they have a chance of them doing it and it happening and being successful, they would have to stop the season for a minute. They literally will have to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Take a couple of months so that they could get everything together, and then get the players, get everybody tested. Get people who want to do it, because it has to be voluntary. You can't make people.
Right. Let people opt out. Yeah, basically how the NBA did it.
You have to see how many rosters, because in the NFL, you have to have 53.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's the problem I'm going to have, because let's just say they're not going to do it, okay? They go with the regular playoffs and what have you, but just don't have crowds or what have you. You know what's probably going to happen. It's going to be that one team, and they rolling, and everything is great. But bam, COVID didn't hit right during the playoffs. Yep. And just like how Baltimore was, like Denver, now you ain't got no quarterback, no nothing.
Let me say this. That becomes a responsibility of the coaches. That becomes a responsibility of the organization, that they have to sit players down and say, look, we're going to have to add this into your contract. These are extenuating circumstances where they really need to now. If it's not happening, it needs to happen starting tomorrow morning, where the NFL and the Players Association, they need to start sitting down and having some serious conversations about, we're going to have to add something in with COVID in. We're going to have to start telling players, you can't go to the nightclubs. You can't go to this. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't.
Well, ain't no nightclubs open now.
No, but I'm talking about going to grannies. They cousins,
right. Remember, right. That big money. They can make the nightclub their crib. The crib could be the nightclub and invite all the honeys and all that. And boom, super spreader.
Right. You can't jump on a plane, fly to Miami, and then come back. No.
I said, if you want your money,
you said, Coach, like you said, Coach, it starts with the coaching staff. If you're not really emphasis with what needs to be done, shit gonna get out of control like it is right now.
Right.
It starts with the coach. You don't have a coach
and had to go to their third string quarterback. Yeah, exactly. You gonna have those
exactly.
Those quarterbacks that decided to have a meeting and not wear masks, should they be fined as well?
The Denver Broncos situation, absolutely.
Yeah. Yes, they should have been fined.
Because
they should have been fined.
For me, did that at one of our jobs, we'd be fired. And
absolutely, or at least suspended for longer than a week.
We didn't have the best.
You see what they did. You see what they did to John Harbaugh when he didn't have his man. Yeah, they hit him up quick.
They fined him. And just like how people were saying, well, they don't have no quarterback. They shouldn't play that game. But it was their fault that they didn't have no quarterback. So that's why they made them play that game.
Mm-hmm.
You get blew out, you get blew out. We still got to get our money. Oh, well.
Take the L, son.
And it goes and it go back to what you just said, E. Money.
All these decisions is very financial.
It's all about money. It's all about the money, man.
Can I ask
not caring about the lives, man.
But remember, I'm always gonna play devil's advocate. I'm always
gonna say, that's what.
If we take all the money off the table, what's gonna happen?
Nothing.
What do you mean exactly by that?
You have to look.
Ain't nothing gonna happen.
No, I'm talking about. We said it's about money. Yeah, it is about money. I mean, because we still dealing with people's livelihoods. You know what I'm saying? We got people who aren't professional athletes and jobs. The restaurant industry. You know what I'm saying? Look at the hit that they're taking, and they're about to continue to take. And one of their problems is that shame on you that you didn't do what Applebee's did before COVID, which was DoorDash.
Right.
Right.
They had more people DoorDashing, and that allowed them to have less numbers of people waiting to get in to Applebee's to eat, which they didn't end up losing money. Versus before they were doing the DoorDash situation, they were losing money to their competitors because
Right.
who didn't want to go, where the waits was just too long. I'll forget it. I'm not waiting 4 hours. Can you imagine going to a restaurant thinking as long as you have to wait to get in and eat is an hour and they tell you 4 hours?
I'm walking right out of there. You see this? I can't be waiting that long.
I see a long line. I'm out. I was like, man, I'm going home. Eat some food.
I'm out of there.
So
right.
That are sitting, these business owners that made these decisions. Once you saw COVID hit, you should have went into okay, guys, how can we adjust to this so that we don't lose our customers? I heard one of the restaurant owners earlier. He was begging, "Hey, y'all said we have to drop down to 50%. I'll go to 25%." Yeah, but if you go on to 25%, you still got staff members walking around with their mask half on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Here's what one person did that I found was interesting. They had a restaurant, and of course, they had to shut down the indoor dining. What they did was like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start offering delivery now. And for y'all that work in the restaurant, since y'all not able to work as staffers or whatnot, I'll have y'all be delivery people, and I'll pay you for that.
Thank you.
Real good. It's worth it.
Right. You still getting your pay and you getting tips.
Right.
Hustle.
Yep.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But for all the people that's forward like that, it's these other folks that's either going to deal with it one or two ways. One, oh no, we just doomed. Let me try to get this loan or whatever. Or it's going to be, you know what? Hell with what they talking about. Y'all coming through this side though. We still open. Y'all just.
Well, no, they said that. No, they said it on the news earlier. They've already put it out there that if Whitmore extends it next week, they said hell with her. They're gonna open up. This one guy, he came on, he said it. I gotta give my money. He got boss. He said, well, hell, lose my company. If I'm gonna lose my business, I'd rather lose it from them taking it away from me than me just bowing down.
It is, Will. One of the places I used to work at, that's how they running it right now. They ain't closed dining room. They still operating on the full thing. They actually got papers and stuff over the window, so you can't see what's going on the inside. But they running a full dining room, drinks, the whole deal. And y'all know who you is, and yeah, like it. We mad.
Wow.
You know you wrong for that shit.
Wow. Hey man, this your show busting.
That's deep.
Hey, lucky I don't say the name. I got people that work.
I think I was instigating. I apologize, y'all.
But yeah, like I said, you tell the old boss. You know my number. I ain't hard to find.
Hey, well, look, you know, I gotta get up in the morning. You know, punch this clock, man.
You know it ran way over. So you know how these conversations go.
But I know, because I know me and Will, we go way over schedule. You know, but look, I gotta go, man. You know, but I appreciate you. You know, let me come on, man, and you know, talk sports. You know, talk everything, man. It felt good being on here, man. Coach Will, I love you, man.
Yeah,
you know,
I love you too,
get
man.
well, brother.
All
right, well, hold on, V. Before y'all head out, I want y'all to talk about y'all show right quick. Let people know where to find you and everything, so that way they know where to
go ahead, Will. Go ahead, Coach.
Do your
thing.
You
know, the show, y'all, it's pure and uncut. With Lions football talk with Coach V. That guy right over there. He's somewhere. Yeah, right over there.
There you go.
And me. Man, the show has really been, you know, doing well, and we really owe a lot of thanks to the man right here in the middle. E-Buck, been faithful, been rocking with us since day one.
Big E.
And
Big Easy.
One.
Bottom line, I like the show. Yes. I like to talk about. I like the energy of the show, and yeah, I'm gonna turn everybody to it. That's why my Not Hard Network was created. So people that think like us and people that talk about the issues we talk about, we all could get together and have these discussions on different platforms and different forms.
Right. And we actually had Eric. We had E-Buck. He was our first. Him and another young lady were our first guests on the show.
Shout out to you, Sincere.
Yep, Sincerely, and it was
Sincere,
a very good.
Yeah,
that was a very good debate. I almost forgot that my job was to be the moderator, because it was like a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? It was a jab here, uppercut, a counter. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got knocked out.
No.
But couple, there was days that confused a few times.
Oh yeah.
But it was really good. I really enjoyed it. But I hope everybody tuned in.
For the record though, my guy won.
Well, I'm gonna say this in the middle.
Go for it, man.
Hold on. According to the Constitution.
Oh, don't.
It ain't over with yet.
It ain't. And what Rudy is up.
It ain't over yet.
Rudy was in Lansing earlier. I think he's just about to finish up.
Yeah.
And he made a very good argument. Now, whether or not they'll go along with it, I don't know. But I mean, one of the, like Trump or not, I will say this much. People who did not know anything about civics, didn't know about how our government runs, how our elections, and this, that, and the other, hope they're paying attention. Because here's the crazy part. What goes around comes around.
Yeah. Ooh.
We saw this happen with Bush and Gore.
Yeah.
Gore. Yeah.
Imagine, but here's the thing. This is for Democrats. Imagine if Gore hadn't conceded.
Right.
He probably would have been the president.
Mm-hmm.
See, if you don't concede, this could keep going.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, before we even go off into this tent, it'll be a whole nother hour we go there. We're not going
I thought I'd leave people with that.
That is
why I said it like that. Segue.
But yeah, H2 said I'll be there. So again, ladies, that's checking out the show right now. We're going to turn out for the fellas this week. So we're going to go to Pure and Uncut, 12 p.m. on Sunday. They're going to talk Lions football and more. And I want y'all in the house. Let them know I sent you, okay? We want a nice turnout.
Another thing, y'all. Hey, look. All y'all viewers out there watching, wear your freaking mask. Not under your nose, over your nose. Please.
Cover it.
Please.
Cover it up.
If I got it, matter of fact, I'm going to demonstrate for y'all. Look, this is how you wear your mask. You got something like this, put it over your head.
Right on.
He look like
wear it just like this here. Like this here.
And what we need you to do, Coach V, keep it on all day, Coach V, even when they ain't in your face, because they germs still circulate the building, bruh.
Make sure y'all washing y'all mask when you come home.
I'm on my way to London tomorrow.
Yeah, make sure. Make sure you washing them, because
I keep masks all day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Stock up on them. Stock up on them as if they were cigarettes for those people who smoke.
I told H2 this the other day. I'm trying to have as many pair of masks as I got drawers, and I got many pairs of drawers. So,
man, we must have many. Man, we should have many pairs.
Many drawers. You better. Something ain't right.
Hey man, I needed to. If you're not doing anything, man, I want you on the show. This Sunday. I got you like, because the person who was gonna be on, his brother passed away. So.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll be there. No doubt about it.
Hey, Coach. Matter of fact, I got a couple of numbers I'm gonna send to you. I got a young man. His name is Damon Whitaker. He already said he want to come on our show. I coached him. I trained him. I coached him at Avondale High School in Georgia. That's in DeKalb County. He's one of the guys.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll talk about it. But yeah, I'll definitely be there.
Hit me up tomorrow, Coach.
Okay. One last comment.
I'll call you when I get off work.
Yeah. H2 say wash and wear your mask. Absolutely. So yeah. We about to cut out, y'all. Thank y'all for joining my show. Get off my lawn live. It's been me and my guest. Coach.
And I'm not getting off his lawn for y'all, so y'all will know I'm staying on it.
I ain't getting off the lawn either.
I'm about to pop the trunk open right quick, and I'm about to get the lawn chair.
Hey,
yeah, you see me. Hey, if your grass high, I'm gonna cut your grass, E.
Man, you better get off my lawn for real.
I might even bring my dog over and fertilize his lawn.
You know.
All right, y'all. We're gonna head on out. Again, this is Get Off My Lawn Live.
No doubt.
And me, your host, V. You got Coach V, you got Will. Pure and Uncut, 12 o'clock p.m. Sunday. I guess we'll all be there. So check it on out. Until next time, y'all.
And man, I'm gonna compose a song for you, man. You need a theme song.
That's what I'm talking about. Hook your boy.
I got you.
All right. Until next time, y'all. Peace. Y'all in my prayers.
Peace.
Peace.
All right.